Today we're going to share with you Half and Half by Lensey Namioka.
By Alana, Stefan,
Fatima,
Jordan,
Kapil, Hinayo.
This scene is a picture of Fiona Chang, and she's 11 years old. She likes to folk dance. The teacher of the folk dancing class said, "Fiona, the form isn't completely filled out." Then she checked it over, and she said, "It looks good to me." Then Fiona started to panic because there was nothing marked for race. Fiona didn't mark anything for race because she's half and half Scottish and half Chinese. The choices were white, Asian, black, Hispanic, Native American, or other. She didn't want to mark other because she didn't want to be different from everyone else.
Fiona's first day of school was the best day in a while. Her teachers enjoyed her company but couldn't pronounce her name. Boys made fun of her, calling her Fee-Fi-Fo Fiona. The one person who enjoyed Fiona's company the most was Amanda. Amanda was Fiona's new best friend. Amanda was half and half too. She was Japanese and American.
This picture shows Grandma and Grandpa McMurray coming to the Chang's house. They had their suitcases and presents for Ron and Fiona.
Have you ever had or even seen a kilt, a barrel cap, and a purse called a sporran? Well, that's what Ron got for his present. Fiona, on the other hand, thought the kilt was for her because it looked like a skirt. What Ron got was supposed to be worn at Scottish dances. Fiona got a huge piggy bank to start saving her money in. Ron was embarrassed with his gift and Fiona was a little disappointed, but they both said thank you politely.
Fiona and the Scottish troupe danced a lot. They had many practices, lasting 4 hours. There were about 6 people in the dance troupe. They practiced hard and did their best to memorize the dances. It was hard, but they worked through it.
She had an idea that if she dyes her hair, she would look more like Scottish. Her friend Amanda's sister Melissa helped her dye her hair, and look at her hair now, just like an orange yellow. What is she going to say when Ron, her parents, and her grandparents sees her hair?
This scene is a picture of Fiona and her grandmother, Nina. Nina has her mouth open because she is so surprised that Fiona dyed her hair. Then Nina said, "Well, at least she didn't change her features."
In this scene, the family are discussing what Fiona and Ron are gonna do. They were also discussing if Fiona is going to her dad's book talk while wearing Nina's dress, or if she's going to do the Scottish dancing with her troupe and her grandpa, wearing Ron's kilt and Bill Belmore cap. Ron was going to do Kung Fu at the festival. They couldn't decide whether or not Fiona would go to the book talk or the dance.
Fiona and Ron both wanted their grandparents to be happy. They loved them so much that they decided Fiona would not dance. Instead, Fiona would wear the dress Nina made and would go to her dad's book talk, appearing as the girl from her dad's book. Also, Ron would just go to Kung Fu, then would do the dance. Ron was going to do Kung Fu at the festival. He beat many people and was now up against a harder contestant. Some punches and kicks went around for a while, but soon it would end. Then Ron wanted to show off, so he jumped in the air, did a backflip, and while so, he hit his opponent, causing the opponent to fall down and would not be able to get back up. Ron won, but landing wasn't so easy, so he landed on his ankle, causing him to strain his ankle. Soon they would find out that he cannot dance.
Fiona has to do Scottish folk dance and go to the book talk. So Fiona's dad had to change time for his book talk. The woman who was after him had to talk first. She had pink and blue hair and wearing a funky outfit. And here they are, her dad and the other out there talking.
This scene is a picture of Mrs. Chang, and she has a flat tire on the way to going to get Fiona's costume that Nai made her. Mrs. Chang had to walk all the way back to Fiona's house, so it was going to be a while. Fiona was worrying because she wondered if she wouldn't make it back in time.
This picture shows Nai, Dad, Ron, and Fiona at the book talk for Dad's dragon book.
Ron strained his ankle and couldn't dance. Fiona got his place and wore the kilt. She was smiling and dancing joyfully. She was way better than Ron because she loves to do the dance. She didn't care if she was half and half now and was happy for her.